All right, howdy everyone. Once again, my name is Christian Podesta. I am currently a academic peer mentor for the Department of Residence Life here at Texas A&M University. So this is my last video for my LinkedIn series for now, where I'm going to be talking about your profile, how to create it, customize it, use it, all that good stuff. So at this point, you know what LinkedIn is. You know how to build your network, how to search for jobs, how to use it as a research tool. So now in order to do that all effectively, you have to have a profile. So we're going to go into that. Now I already have a profile, so of course, if you're just starting out, this is going to look a bit different, but that's okay. It's still pretty similar. So I'm going to go ahead and view my profile. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, LinkedIn does have a premium version. You don't need that really for any reason. Pretty much anything you will need is free. There's just a couple bonuses that premium gets you they really don't matter that much. So I would recommend, not worrying about that. So here's my profile. And as you can see, you get a little banner, you get your profile picture, and then a couple things about you right up at the top, and then your profile. So you can think of your LinkedIn profile as a more detailed, more in-depth version of your resume. So this is your chance where you can highlight more skills that you might have, more of your experiences. You can detail those experiences better. So it really is just like a more fleshed out resume. So like I said, if you're first starting, yours is going to look a bit different. You're going to have to add all these categories yourself, more or less, but I'm going to do my best to kind of explain that clearly and concisely. So first of all, you're going to go ahead and get this top situated. So you want to pick a background picture that applies or relates to what you're doing. So for example, I am a civil engineering major. So you can see the background here. This is Dubai, all this infrastructure, pretty related to civil, right? And then you want to pick a nice professional headshot with a somewhat neutral background. I should probably change, the brick wall's okay, but maybe a white or black background or something like that would be ideal. And then I'll hit edit right here. So you can see it. So yeah, this is where you would change your banner, change your profile. Obviously your name, last name, headline. You can structure this many different ways. This is how I chose to structure mine. So start with your major, a minor if you have it, and then I went ahead and put my job here. You can add any relevant information, just like a quick, if you do research, maybe put a civil engineering researcher or whatever. Or, if you're in honors, maybe you could put that here, civil engineering honors student, something like that. Current position, here's my job, and then education, yada, yada, yada. This is all relatively self-explanatory, but you're going to want to go ahead and fill out all these categories so people can better find you and learn about you. So I don't actually remember what categories are here by default. But if you need to add categories, you can always hit right here, add profile section, and there's all kinds of things that you can add in here. Of course, it's really what you want. You don't have to have, there's nothing that you have to have. So you can go ahead, of course there's things that you should have, but so you can add an intro or an about section, which you can see I have right here, featured. So I have right here, and then a bunch of other options. So I'll get into those in a second. So now we're just going to run through my profile so you can kind of see what you might want to have and what you can add. So first you're going to start off with an about section. This is actually somewhat outdated. I do need to update this. But so this is basically just a spiel about you. Just start off with a very basic introduction of who you are and what you do, what you're studying, that kind of a thing. And then you can get into kind of a cover letter type thing where you can detail your jobs and what you've done in the past and how you might be of benefit to companies that are looking for people to hire. So, you can find templates and stuff like that for this section, but really just speak from the heart, try to be clear and concise and relevant, and add buzzwords into here, because whenever employers are searching for people, they're going to search by certain like keywords, and if you have those keywords in your about page, and the more times you have them here, it's going to increase your chances of popping up in search results. There's like a whole science behind it that you can search up if you really want to, but that's about it for that. Then next I have my featured page. So this is where you can go ahead and upload your resume. If you see this plus sign, you can feature posts, articles. If you've written any links, media, if you've done any projects, you could feature it here. And then even if I hit this little pencil, it'll let me edit what I already have in here. Next is my dashboard. So this is, as you can see, private to me. So it just shows me who's viewed my profile, how many views my posts have gotten, and search appearances. So if I, for example, click who viewed my profile, one person viewed my profile who works at Microsoft, 5 at Zacher Group. It'll give you a list of when they viewed your profile. So for example, right here, you see this is up 3,400%. That's because I posted something that got a lot of views. So that's why a lot of people saw my profile that week. And then you can kind of see more information here. So this is kind of where premium comes into play. You get a little bit more information on who's looking at your profile, but that's not really a huge deal. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of that. Here's my activity. So you can see comments on my posts I've made, that kind of thing. I did kind of show this in the first video, but this is one thing the only thing I've ever posted on LinkedIn about the internship I got. This photo ended up getting 68 likes, 17 comments. A bunch of people from this company actually commented on my post, and it got over 4,000 views, which is why a lot of people ended up seeing my profile that week. So, and like I said, that was my first post on LinkedIn, so you can already see it's already being quite powerful. This thing is get out of here. Close. So there's that. And now experience. So once again, this is just like your experience tab in your resume, but you get to elaborate just a little bit more. So you can hit this add button to add new experiences. This is where you would put any jobs you have, or perhaps any leadership experiences you have, anything like that. So let's say example, I hit this plus button. So I can put the title, the employment type, company, the dates you've worked at, and then kind of detail them a little bit more. So that's very necessary. Definitely make sure you fill that up as much as you can. Yeah. And then education, obviously this is where you would put your education, your major, activities, things like that. You can briefly list them here. And then we have skills and endorsements. So you can go ahead and put skills, leadership, workload, time management. You can add new skills like PowerPoint and Microsoft Word, whatever. Make sure you add those skills here. Once again, whenever employers are searching, they're going to search by these skills. Then you can even take skills quiz, which is going to allow your skills to be endorsed. So for example, my friend here, Ida, went ahead and came to my profile and endorsed me for these skills. So the more people that endorse your skill, the better it seems, right? So if a company comes on and they see 50 people have endorsed me as a leader, then, oh, this guy's probably a pretty good leader. So that can be very a fantastic tool right there. And you can see these are just some of the skills that I have added. So continuing on down, we have accomplishments. So you can add courses that you've taken. Again, this needs to be updated. You can add awards that you've gotten, languages, organizations. I hit this plus, you can see there's all kinds of things, test scores. You can really add as much as you want. Just kind of go crazy. This is your chance to kind of explain everything you've ever done. Obviously don't go overboard, but, and then these are just interests and things that I follow. So if we scroll back up, so if you hit add profile section, that's where you can add all of these sections I just mentioned. You can add volunteer experience, which I don't have on here, licenses, if you have any, Skills, I had already added that. Accomplishments, if you have any publications, patents, of course, you would definitely want to highlight that, so you can go ahead and hit plus and it'll add that as a section on your profile. And then we have additional recommendation or additional information. You can put recommendations on here, and then languages, supported languages. So that's actually just about it. Of course, you can also share your profile and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that's really just a really brief overview on creating your profile and how that works. Obviously, I could go on and on about each section, how to do that, but it's pretty self-explanatory and straightforward. One thing I do want to mention, this option right here. So you can actually turn this option on, so recruiters, like I've been referring to, whenever they're searching for candidates, it'll allow you to pop up. So for example, let's say we're going to add a location here as Houston. So we're going to add Houston, Texas. Job title, let's put maybe civil engineering intern. Boom. And then job types, we'll put full-time and part-time. And then only recruiters, all LinkedIn members, I'll just keep it at only recruiters and add that to my profile. So now whenever recruiters are looking for people with these criteria, I will pop up. Definitely want that. So if this went ahead and added to my, oh boy, it's not working. Come on, LinkedIn. Oh boy. Oh boy. So this is what my profile looks like to others. Interesting. Interesting. I don't even know how I got here, so I'm just gonna X out that. So there's that. Definitely want to make sure you keep that on if you're looking for jobs. And yeah, that's really it for this series. I briefly covered creating your profile. Of course, you actually want to spend a lot of time on this. It'll probably take you at least a couple hours to get this nailed down. Once again, add as much detail as you can, but don't go overboard. Add all your experiences, anything you think may be relevant, because that'll allow recruiters and companies to better find you and find your qualifications. And who knows, maybe one day you'll get a message from a company coming to you asking you to apply for their job. And that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything I forgot to cover. I don't think so. It's all pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory, and pretty intuitive. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to jump into LinkedIn and mess around with some of its features and try it out. It's a fantastic tool, and I would highly, highly recommend going for it. So yeah, that's about it for the series. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these videos. I hope you enjoyed, any of these videos you watched, and hopefully you got a lot out of it. And I hope they've helped you. So thank you so much, and good luck.